Hi, and welcome to this week's version of the weekly update for thecompletemarketer.com. This is Roger Hutchison for those who haven't met me yet. And this week we actually did something interesting with some viral blogging. Now, on the internet, being viral is actually a good thing because it means that people have picked up your information and passed it around. And if there's links back to your site and they follow those, then they find your stuff and find out what you're all about. So that's actually kind of a good thing. Now, what's funny is that I didn't really expect too much of this to go too far, but it's actually had picked up a little bit of traffic in the past few days. So over the next week or a couple weeks, we'll see what happens. That's kind of an interesting idea. Now, of course, I didn't do the whole chain letter type of thing, which was to go out and ask 100 people to do the same thing. I'm just using the same techniques that anybody would do who's doing a legitimate business, which is just to do things like getting posted in Technorati, having tags there, and just having other people find your site through your other marketing efforts. And so far that's working. I haven't had to do anything that I don't feel comfortable with. So far so good. Kind of interesting. So go by the blog and check that out. And if you have your own, hey, add the list and follow the instructions, and you'll see how it goes. And the other thing that we talked about this week was, is network marketing difficult at all? Well, I would say yes. But is it more difficult than some of the other things? Actually, instead of saying difficult, let's just say it's not as easy as some people might try to lead you to believe. People will say crazy things like, oh, we'll build your downline, we'll do all the work for you, just give us your money and we'll do all this stuff for you. Anybody who's been around at all knows that's just not true. And it takes work, and whether that work, whether you enjoy that work or not, and whether or not you get to decide when you do that work, that's really what you're working towards in network marketing, having your own business. This in that blog post, it talks about some of the things that are difficult, like digging ditches, and just getting paid an hourly wage or whatever. And that's not something I want to do for the rest of my life. Can't imagine there's much of a retirement plan with that, or much of a residual income for that matter. But anyway, you go ahead and check out the blog and see what I had to say on that. And something else that I was thinking about this week is the people who are in network marketing, or MLMs, some people call it, multi-level marketing, is especially if you're doing this on top of work that you're already doing. So you're doing a 9-to-5 job, working for somebody else, and they're telling you how many hours a day to work and when you can or can't take vacation. Heard another story, just as an aside, heard another story recently about how pitifully few days we all get or most people get for vacation. I don't think vacation should be any shorter than a month, honestly. Take a little bit of time to get the whole work thing out of your head and go and enjoy yourself, and then come back and be fresh and ready to go for the other 11 months. I think that's definitely a good way to do it. And maybe only work 4 days a week on top of that. But, that's just kind of my own ideas on that. And, if you it'd be interesting to see what other people's thoughts are. But I do enjoy the work, so it's not like I just want to stop doing this altogether. That's anyway. Getting back to the people who are not quite there yet, still working on the whole 9-to-5 thing. When you're building your network marketing business on top of that, just in the evenings or whatever, people like that are my heroes, because it's not easy, and if it's going to be successful, it's going to take work, just because that's things that are worthwhile are going to take some work. And so if you're doing this on top of everything else that you're doing with family and work, oh man, more power to you. You really are an inspiration to, and you will be an inspiration to everybody around you when you finally make it go. And all the doubters, just say, wow, you actually did it. Hey, can we borrow some money? And then you can look at them and go, well, I told you about this. But anyway, here nor there. So just keep going. Good on you. And if you take this training program that we have, that I talk about on my site, put together by Dagan Smith, the whole power prospecting system thing, if you haven't had a chance to go really look at that stuff and get, if you're on the free trial, look at as much as you can get access to, and even if you don't ever buy it, that's fine. Just put it into practice. I want to see people succeed, and if you have questions about it, go ahead and post on the blog. I don't care if you bought anything or not. I just want to help people go on. Now, of course, if you buy into the whole program or the whole process, then there's a lot more tools that you get access to, and for a lot longer. So if you're a paid member of the Power Prospecting System, then take advantage of those. I mean, there's so much great information in there, all the advertising and the tracking and everything. So do take advantage of that. And again, if there's any questions, do get in touch with me. Leave a comment on the blog, because I watch those all the time, and I'll be more than happy to respond there and help out however I can. So that's about all I have for now. I do try to keep these short, so enjoy your weekend. The weather is great here, and I've heard it's going to get kind of lousy over the weekend, but hey, that's Washington, and that's Washington State. I know there's people out in DC that are closer to DC that might think it's Washington State. Weather's beautiful right now, and hopefully it stays that way for the weekend, so we can spend some quality time with the family and enjoy that. So you do have a good weekend, and I will talk with you next time.